Good morning, students. Today we are starting the new chapter, chapter 7. But in that syllabus, in the present syllabus, it is chapter 11. Okay, life processes, nutrition, and then what? Transportation and respiration and excretion. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so life processes. What are the processes are taking place inside the body? Nutrition. Nutrition matlab kya hai? So after eating, the digested food is releasing the nutrition. So we study in this lesson about the digestive system. Another one, transportation. After digestion, the food is transported to all parts of the body through the blood. Taken to all parts of the body through the blood. And the next one is the respiration. Respiration means what? What is that? Breathing. Okay, so that oxygen. Then excretion means sending the waste products outside. So excretion, respiration, transportation, nutrition, all these are called as a life processes. All these life processes are taken place inside the body and in the cell. Okay, so about this we study here now. Understand? Okay, so here when we think some life processes like nutrition, transportation, respiration, excretion. Excretion means what? Sending the waste products outside. Or essential means very important for the survival to live of a living organism. Energy is required for the process to be carried out in our body. This energy is obtained from the food. So all the activities, all the works to do, we need the energy. This energy we get it from the food. What do you think? Do all organisms acquire energy from the same source? We had studied earlier in food webs that plants are mainly the source of food for most organisms in the living world. Okay, so for all the organisms, from where do we get the food? So the source of food is what for us? Plants. So plants are the source of food. And we have also studied that solar energy is stored in the carbon compounds formed by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so during the photosynthesis, photo means what? Light. Synthesis means preparing. It is very important, photosynthesis. Now also, though you are studying about photosynthesis from class 2nd or 3rd onwards, but now also in the exam they asked, last year exam they asked what is photosynthesis and write the equation. Photo means light, synthesis means what? Preparing. Okay, preparing the food in the presence of the light, in the presence of the sun. So plant will be taking the solar energy, na? So it will be stored in the plant in the form of a carbon compounds. So here, so plants are called as a producers because they give us the food, produce the food for us, vegetables, fruits and everything. And consumers are dependent on the producers. Consumers means what? Eating. Those who are eating, they are called as a consumers. Human beings are the consumers. And animals also consume the plants. Consume means eating. So we also eat the plants and vegetables. Consumers. Okay, eating. Write the meanings. Producers means plants. Those produce the fruits and vegetables. Consumers means we eat that fruits and vegetables. Now we are producers. And here in the whole living world, there are certain similarities. Similarities means what? Same things. As well as some fundamental differences. Some differences in the life process of producers and consumers. There are similarities and differences are there for us and for the producers. In nutrition, for example, while the first step in the producers, mainly plants, starts from simple substances like carbon dioxide and water. That means plants, first they started to release the carbon dioxide and take the water inside. Na? So plants also consume, yes, plants also eat, plants also need the food. Okay, plants also drink the water, yes, but also they are the producers because they are only producing food for us. Okay, that in consumers, mainly it starts with complex carbon compounds like carbohydrates, proteins and etc. Carbon means in the carbohydrates, proteins, in everything carbon is there. Okay. So they give us the carbohydrates and proteins. The life process in multicellular plants and animals are carried out in especially arranged system of organs. In the plants also they also drink and eat, and they also send the wastewater outside. So these are also life processes. Sending wastewater outside is called the transpiration, and transportation also takes place. They also transport the water and food inside the plant. So life process will take place in the animals, plants and human beings in the arranged organs. Organs are there. Digestive system, in the digestive system so many organs are there, like small intestine, big intestine, and mouth, stomach, everything are the organs. So here development of organ system. Okay, so development of how the system is developing. Okay, for example here we had how it is developing, understand. So here we see we had studied that So we had studied about the surface area or volume ratio of the cells. In class 9th you studied about the cell theory. Cell is very small but continuously it multiplies. For the multiplication of the cells also we need the food. Yes. So it has some volume, some size it has. Yes. So we found that as the size of the diameter of a cell increases, the surface area of the volume ratio decreases, and so does the rate of function going on within it. That means as the size of the cell is increases, so the volume ratio decreases, and so does not rate the function going on within it. Okay, so here in the cell, as the length of the cell is increasing, so surface area, volume also increases. That is why increasing. Understand? So the next here we will read, without a separate arrangement, resources fail to reach all the cells in its body. Moreover, not all cells in the body of a multicellular, multi means what? Many. We have many cells. Unicellular means single cell, like amoeba, paramecium, bacteria, they have the single cell. Are direct contact with resources. Okay, so multi cells have the direct contact, that means directly take the food inside. Okay, so here certain how the cells are arranged, organs are arranged for the life processes. It is there. Adequately means enough, sufficient. To get the sufficient energy for all parts of the cells, how the organs are arranged. Unfolding in layers, resulting in increase an area of absorption or passage of materials. Okay, as the cells are increasing, cell volume also increases, that size increases. As the cell size increases, it takes the more food inside. Absorption, more materials it can take. Okay, unfolding in layers. In the cell itself so many layers will be there. Okay, so because of that there is a absorption of the food will be more. An arrangement by which several substances may be carried collectively via certain fluids, thereby increasing rate of transport. So the fluids means blood. Blood also increased so that more food can be transported to all parts of the cells. If the blood is less in us, in the human beings or in the animals, we become weak. Why we become weak means the enough food will not go to all parts of the cells. That is why the blood fluids also should be increased, so that transportation of the food also will be increased. And then having mechanism to reduce friction, like secretion of mucus as required of having moist surface. So reduce the friction. Friction means what? When the two hands are rubbing each other, two legs are rubbing each other, and the two plants are rubbing each other, it is called a friction. So when it is dry, when the hands are dry means when we are rubbing the two hands, dry hands, heat produces. If it is wet hand means we cannot rub very well, and heat also don't produce, no friction will be less. So that is why in all the organisms in the cell some fluid will be present, so that friction will be less. Okay, and then favorable. Okay, and next we see in the next video. Okay, we will finish it. Favorable conditions for chemical reaction to take place. Evolution has led to the development of such fundamental arrangements in the bodies of several multicellular organisms. So multi means many, na? So many cellular organisms, what is that? Chemical reactions will be taking place inside. Okay, so there are a development of the body is there. Elaborate system membrane, reaction sites, tubes are found, plants for photosynthesis, transport, etc. While we have such elaborate systems in our digestive system. So according to the works, organs are arranged: respiratory, blood vascular, lymphatic, excretory, and other systems. We in our body, life process will be going on: respiratory system and blood vascular system, lymphatic system, excretory system, and other systems. We shall study about all such systems and life processes in humans and in plants that are related to food and nutrition, starting from the intake of food, its utilization in the body, and release of energy to excretion. We study in the plants, life process in the plants and human beings. So in the we study from the digestive system. Intake of food means from the mouth to the sending the waste products outside. Till that all the life process we study here.